Hey, what's going on, everybody? Jason, get it?
Clap your hands, everybody, and everybody clap your hands.
Hey, I want to ask you all a question. Please like and share the video, and please spread the word. And that's the only way that this message is going to get out to the politicians, to Congress, to presidential hopefuls, maybe to the president. But an interesting thought that I had, and I put that message out on Instagram, and if you don't follow me on Instagram, go ahead and check that out after the video. But I posted a question on Instagram, and it's basically, how come Democratic hopefuls for the presidential race or whatever aren't offering debt forgiveness for federally guaranteed VA home loans? Like, they're really quick to say, let's just forgive the student debt, but they never mention anything like home loans for veterans. And my question is why? You know, when you go to college, and I don't know if it's still the same as today as it was back in the day. I didn't have this in my particular college, but I've had friends that have had this when they go to public colleges. My mom had this happen to her. When you go in, they do an orientation, and they tell you to look to your left and to your right, and those people won't be there at the end of school. They won't be there to graduate. And that's true. About every other person graduates college, but almost everybody gets a student loan. So, basically what I'm asking is why would you pay off something? You're not forgiven, like it just doesn't go away. Like the federal government's going to have to pay those loans. They're not going to, it's just not forgiven and poof, it just magically vanishes and everybody goes on with their life. The federal government's going to have to pay those banks for your loans. And there's nothing tangible to around half or over half of those loans. Like there's no degree. So, you know, somebody takes out a student loan, go to school, and they play beer pong, and they sleep in. They don't do what they're supposed to do with school, and they drop out. They're talking about forgiving those loans too. I mean, those people didn't even try. And what I'm suggesting is to pay off home loans for people that actually went out, served the country, got hurt, or not, you know, depending on how far $1.6 trillion will go, and they've got a home. I mean, you could touch a home. I mean, you don't forgive a home loan for a home that doesn't exist. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's a tangible, like, you can go up and touch that. Like, unlike the student loans that didn't have any fruition, there's no degree. Like, I know you can't physically touch knowledge, but you can touch the diploma. And there's half these people don't even have diplomas, you know? So, here's my idea, and I've got two of them. The first idea, and it's not, I've got several videos for veterans, so please subscribe. But my first thought is if you're going to forgive $1.6 trillion of anything, start with the veterans' home loans, and start with the veterans who have went somewhere, lost a limb, have been disfigured, have lost part of the mental faculties. Start with those folks and pay off their home loans. That way, that's just one less thing for them to worry about, you know. And then work your way down from that to like loss of use or what, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't necessarily have to start with the 100% disabled. If you've lost your limb, sometimes they don't give those guys 100% disability. They're like, oh, well, you're 80% because you still have 3 other usable limbs. And I don't think that's fair at all. But what I'm saying is if you're going to forgive $1.6 trillion of debt of any kind, start with the guys and the gals that have lost their limbs, have been disfigured. There's a lot of those type people, people that lost use of any, you know, body part due to being in the military. and then work your way down from 100% disabled, as far as that'll take you through. I'm 50% disabled, so there's no way on earth this is going to benefit me. I don't want anybody to think that I'm saying this to benefit me. I'm only 50% disabled, and there's a lot of folks out there that are a lot higher than I am on disability rating. So this doesn't even, I have no physical skin in the game. I've got my son, he's in the Navy, so he's not a veteran. He has no physical skin in the game. Nobody in my family is a disabled veteran except for me, so it's not helping anybody in my family or anything like that. I do have friends that are disabled that might help them, but there's a lot of people that I have no idea who they are. So I don't want you to think that I'm like, pay my house off. It wouldn't affect me. So anyways, so that's my first idea is, get with the main people and people that have been just lost so much of themselves first. Take care of them and then work your way down through the percentages. All right, second idea. I did a video a while back called Trickle Up Economics, and I'll link it there. I don't know, it flips sometimes. Maybe it flips all the time, so I don't pay attention. I got better things to worry about. But I'll post that video, and you can check that out. Trickle Up Economics. Basically, if you take the $1.6 trillion, and last time I talked about it was when the federal government bailed out the automakers at the tune of $16 billion. And I said, why don't you just, instead of taking that money and bailing out somebody else's business, why don't you take that money and pay off home loans? I did that same video, except for what I did was say, take the least amount of home loan, pay that off, and then go to the next least amount of VA guaranteed home loan and pay that off. So that's what I'm saying to do with the $1.6 trillion, is go to the VA, say, hey, listen, we've got these veteran home loans that we've guaranteed. We're going to get the biggest bang for our buck. So find out what the least amount of money is owed on a home. I'm going to pay that off. And then we're going to find the next lease, and we're going to pay that off. And then, or the next one above that, pay that off. And trickle it up and get as many homes paid off as we can. So that's another idea. And I think, with the trickle up economics, the point of that one is typically you're going to get people on the lower end of the income scale. And in my other video, I tell you, I don't think for a second that I don't know that a veteran, 30 years ago, 29 and a half years ago, didn't buy a monstrous house, only has 6 months left on it, and those homes will get paid off too. I get that and I understand that. I completely understand what you're saying. But for the most part, if you go to the lower end, like Louisville has houses that you could buy on the lower end of the price scale, somewhere around $20,000, $30,000, and they're not the best homes in the world, but they're at the lower end of our economy. So if you were to pay that home off, and that person is a lower income veteran, then they would have freed up more money to take care of their family, take care of their friends, take care of their life. So, if you're wanting to get more bang for your buck, work from the lowest end of how much money is owed on a VA guaranteed home loan, because it's all federally guaranteed money that I'm talking about here. But with them, it's a 50-50 if you're going to get anything tangible for what you paid for. And with what I'm saying is there's a 100% chance that you're going to pay off a piece of real estate that a veteran lives on. So it's a tangible house. It's a tangible item. So I don't know. I really wish that you would share this with your congressmen, with your senators, share it with, the president, share it with your local councilman, anybody that has an ear that would be able to bring this up to somebody that will eventually have an answer as to why we do or don't do this. Or maybe they haven't thought of it. I don't know. But I think it's a better direction to head into than, well, we're just going to pay off we're just going to pay off student loans when every other person doesn't even graduate. So, all right. Well, listen. Thank you all for listening. Please like the video, share the video. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you next time.
I'm rich, diamonds on my body rich, smelling like Versace rich, Jay-Z and Beyonce rich. I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich, diamonds on my body rich, smelling like Versace